Hey, you guys, welcome to Moms in Real Estate's Girl Educate Yourself. I'm Kristen Cantrell.
I'm Angela Fazio, and today's guest is Awstyn Cochran. We're so excited to talk with her.
Yeah, she's going to tell us all about the importance of always being in growth mode. So, Awstyn, can you get us started by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am a 32-year-old real estate agent in the St. Louis area. I'm a mom, I'm a fiance, and I'm like a Renaissance woman.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, what does that mean?
We've never had anyone say that.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Please expand on that.
I don't know. I just feel like I do so many different things. Like, I feel like I'm doing so many different things, and I'm just like a jack of all trades. Renaissance.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that too. I've never called myself that though. Now I'm going to.
You might have to now.
I know. Be like Kristen. So tell us how do you always stay in growth mode? Tell us about your topic.
Well, I'm always in growth mode because I have like this sense of like hunger for more information, for education as a whole. Like I call myself a professional student. So I'm always learning, I'm always taking a course, I'm always, wanting to just sharpen my skills in my skill set and what I'm doing. So just yesterday at my brokerage, I'm a real estate agent. So at my brokerage, there was a contracts class that the broker held. And I was right there front and center, like with my notes and just writing down, like, I've been an agent for 3 years, but, I always feel like I can always learn more and just sharpen my skills at all times. So that's what I really, really want to drive to all the listeners, like always, and viewers, just always continue to grow.
Well, and you're saying, you're 3 years in the business. You'll be saying this at 20 years in the business because this industry is always changing and evolving. So you have to keep up with it.
I think one of the things that annoys Kristen and I the most is when we meet somebody who thinks they know it all or thinks they've arrived. That's the worst. You're moving backwards.
More to learn. There's always more to know. And, and even when you feel like you may have, reached that point of, you've made it or whatever, you can always teach. And through teaching, you can still learn things through teaching. So it's a never-ending circle.
What's your latest obsession? My
latest obsession is the Housewives of Potomac.
What are you learning from that?
Well, you know what? One thing about that, like, I love to see women always like in boss mode and just doing their thing. And I feel like, that in a way it kind of motivates me a little bit. So I'm just really watching from afar and just admiring and that kind of motivates me as well. So
I hope my friend Abby is watching this and I'm going to send it to her because she would totally love you because she loves that.
Well, when you're watching those shows, which I haven't seen that one, but I'm sure you're learning what to be and what not to be.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's funny because the women are so they have that sense of like messiness, but on the other hand, like they're all handling their business, so I love that.
We had a great, I don't know if you saw the episode of Girl Educate Yourself by Jaquetta Ragland. She said how to run, it was awesome, how to run your household like a business. It was awesome. So inspiring. She's coming to Florida.
I'm going to have to, I would love to.
Jaquetta Ragland.
Okay. I forget what her Instagram is. I feel like it's a little bit different than
that. I can send it to you if you don't know, but you need to know her. She's incredible.
Yes.
And you remind me of her in the thought process of, mastering and becoming better and learning. And she was talking about running your household as a business or like a business, how you can methodically and logically think through your household like you think through your real estate business. And you can apply some of those concepts of being efficient and highest and best use of your time and where are your talents. So that was like it was fascinating to me.
So tell us, besides Girl Educate Yourself, because I know that's where you're getting all your education. Where else are you getting your education?
So I'm getting my education from the what's it, the National Association of Realtors, their magazine. I've been obsessed with reading that lately. Like I read it. I have a couple of issues that I hadn't read, and I was just reading them back to back to back. Like that's where I get a lot of my real estate content from, is from the National Association of Realtors, their magazine. I love it.
And you know what you would love? If you look up the National Association of Realtors, every single year they put out a profile of buyers and sellers. It's all of this aggregate data about, how buyers find homes, things about, buyers and sellers and their preferences. You would find that so helpful and fascinating. You have to look that up.
Okay. Yeah, that's on my radar as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. So in what ways do you encourage others to be learners like you are?
Well, I feel like just being like an example, I try to lead by example. I try not to preach to people. I really like when people can kind of govern themselves accordingly, so I don't like to just actually like sit down and say, do this, but I kind of try to lead by example as much as I can. I really, really do. So just doing it for myself and showing and proving, the benefits of continuing to learn. I think that's one of the most genuine ways that I can really do it, is just by showing.
I agree
too.
I have another question. So do you make learning part of like either your goal setting, or how are you intentional about it? Or do you just get inspired by maybe something you see? Is it more something that you're really intentional about, or is it just you're curious about the world and so you're inspired by what comes across your table?
I think it's a combination of both. Like I'm genuinely, curious and wanting to always learn and know more. But then I also think like, for me to grow my business and for me to be, on the top of my game as I, as most as I can be, as I feel like, I also say, what else can I learn? What else can I do? Like what else, so I feel like it's a mixture of both for sure.
So I feel like a lot of people that follow us on Moms in Real Estate are like huge time blockers. And I will tell you, I love them. I love all the people that tell me what to do with my calendar, but I intentionally put, my stomach's growling. I intentionally put an hour block once a week to educate myself, like to dive into some kind of training, and then at least 15 minutes a day to where I'm listening to a podcast, I'm reading the Bible, or I'm getting into some kind of training. But it sounds so like 15 minutes, that's so short, but as busy as we are, like 15 minutes of like feeding your brain with good stuff is like, I love it. It's so amazing.
Yeah. The other thing that we're really intentional about, and I bet you are too, is the people that we surround ourselves with. We talk about it all the time. I don't want to surround myself with lazy-minded people who aren't interested in becoming more. And, unfortunately, as time goes on, sometimes people have to kind of go by the wayside a little bit because maybe they get to a point where they kind of give up. I don't know if it's give up or just get too complacent or they just don't hunger the way that we hunger.
That's really true. I feel like that as well. So, but when that does happen, you try not to feel bad or guilty. It's just a growth process. Like once you understand the growth process and how it works, I feel like, things are easier and you can accept more and give more. And it just all works like in tandem with each other. So just understanding growth as a whole, it'll help us all out a lot.
Ooh, that's a good mindset right there.
I love it.
I'm not going to feel guilty.
I
don't feel guilty anyway. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Well, I love your attitude about how positive you are about being a better person and growing. I hope that we've inspired, I know you have, inspired some women to get a little less complacent and go out there and learn and become better every single day.
Yes. All about growth.
There's an earthquake happening beside me.
I just started intermittent fasting yesterday, and I'm like, how much longer till my hours are up? My stomach's so hungry.
Kristen, you have to eat. When are you going to eat next?
We're going to go have beet salads.
Oh my gosh, in like 26 minutes. Yes. Intermittent fasting is no joke.
Oh my gosh.
Go learn about that.
Go learn about that. I'm not doing it.
They need to learn about that, huh?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Awstyn. You're just a light in our day. And I know that our audience is going to be so excited to hear all of the things that you've just said. Hey guys, listen, November 3rd, 4th, and 5th, You need to be here in Chandler, Arizona for our second Flourish event, which is 3 days of learning.
Oh my gosh,
Just
so
like
much
Awstyn
education.
says,
Yes.
and fellowship with other really smart, amazing women, and a whole lot of fun. So go on Moms in Real Estate Instagram, get your ticket, and bring as many people with you as you can. You will not regret a single second of it.
Yes. Thank you so much for being on.
You're more than welcome. Thank you, ladies.